Well, this is the initial reaction video between Arsenal and Bournemouth, and I think my face is it all. Bournemouth comes out as winners, 2-1. Second time in a row that they've beaten us at home at the Emirates. Last year beating us as well. And last year they did take all 6 points. This season, we were able to beat them back at their home, 3-2. It was a nervy finish to the end, to the game. But we were dominant that game. But this game we were anything but. I'm filled with a lot of anger, a lot of confusion as to where has our performances gone? Where is the fight in our players, in the manager? After the League Cup final against City, Arteta clearly stated that he wanted to use that defeat to fuel us going the rest of the way, saying that it's going to be a magical 2 months. And since then, we've lost to a championship side in Southampton in the FA Cup quarterfinals. We barely eked out a win against Sporting. And to be fair, first leg, away from home, you take what you get. 1-goal lead back to, the second leg, back at home, is good. You can't complain about that result. It's good, but the performance was not. The performance against Sporting could have gone either way, if not for a brilliant performance from Davaraya, a 10 out of 10 performance, saving us with the fingertip save and the double save and the save from the corner where Gabriel was blocking him completely out of vision, and he had the reaction speed to dive to save that ball going into the bottom corner. It could have been a different story. We could have come back home 1-0 down. All the pressure on us. And so far, I think we know that we are not very good under pressure. I think it's time to admit that. The mentality around this club has to be questioned. Until we get something done in a competition or at the end of the season, we have to question the mentality of this group of players and this manager. The style of football has to be discussed. There is a limit to how much we can accept playing bad but getting the wins. We've done that enough. We've done that for a good portion of this season. Ever since that exhilarating form in, I think it was October, where we didn't concede any shots on target, or maybe a couple, but we kept a clean sheet. We were winning games by 3 to 4 goals every match. Ever since then, we had a good spell in November and December, but ever since the turn of the calendar, we have been very, very underwhelming. We don't look like champions at all. And it's concerning. The way we started this match was, we just didn't have any fight in us or something like that. I don't know. I'm sure the players are trying to win. I'm sure the manager is trying to set us up to win. But it's in here. The fight to, go into the match prepared with that mentality that we need to win just wasn't there. The amount of loose passes from Zubimendi, from Havertz, At times, Madueke with his very usual dribble out for goal kick. How many times did we see that? Havertz with a missed header right in front of goal. Completely mistimes it. Off his shoulder. Pops up over the bar. To be fair, brilliant penalty from Gyökeres. And definitely a penalty. I don't think you can argue about the handball. I'm not sure why the I was watching the analyst desk. They were they were like, oh, it was hard done by a handball is a handball. If your hand is up here, it's over above your head, it's a handball. And Gyökeres does brilliantly. He's definitely our best penalty taker at the club. He's scored 5 out of 5 penalties for us so far, and all of them have been very, very world class. So no questions about that. But the second half, I have no idea what the hell the game plan was. It's like we stopped trying to play football. We were just playing, I don't know, we were just booting it up the pitch, trying to play in people from behind, but every ball was overhit. And then, I don't know, we just wanted to give the ball away at every possible moment. Was that the game plan? Was it really the game plan? Because if it is, then oh my god. Were we really that desperate? Were we really that pressed against Bournemouth's press? And there were a couple of nervy moments between Zubimendi and Raya. How many times has Zubimendi and Raya played in between themselves and put us in a lot of pressure? How many times has Zubimendi passed it back to Raya in a lot of pressure? It's been countless very recently, and it's already happened a couple of times where Zubimendi has misplaced it and we concede a goal. I don't think we need any more of that. We're conceding goals left and right at the moment. Our defense is no longer that great wall that we used to be. We're letting in 2 goals at every opportunity. Manchester City, 2 goals. Southampton, 2 goals. Tonight, 2 goals again. And we were lucky to probably not concede 2 goals against Sporting. If not for Raya. If it was Kepa in goal, that would have been another 2 goals. Maybe 3. And to think, we were dreaming of having a season where we could beat Chelsea's record of, what was it, less than 15 goals conceded in a season. To think we were dreaming of a quadruple just a month ago. And then now you put out these performances. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. We are top of the league, and yet we play so scared. The fight is not there. And I don't know what it is. Shout out to a couple of players. Lewis Skelly, I think, was fantastic tonight. He was one of those players that actually fought. I could see the fight. The amount of balls that he won for us back was sensational. He was always looking to play the ball in between the lines of the Bournemouth midfield. He was always looking to take the game on, dribble out of danger, not look for the long ball, which Gabriel was always hitting it long for some bloody reason. Raya, for some reason, hitting it long all the time. What are you aiming at? Even when Eze and Dalman and Trossard were subbed on, we're still doing that. You have some of the best dribblers in the league, Dalman and Eze. and yet you want to keep playing it long. And then Gyökeres definitely didn't get the memo. He was trying to run onto those long balls instead of receiving it in the air, knocking it down. The times that they did do it, we actually did create some chances. There was one opportunity where he hits it down into the path of Gabriel Jesus, who comes on for Zubimendi, and we get a bit of a break and a potential scoring chance. But we didn't do that enough. I think eventually Gyökeres figured out that was the game plan. Maybe there was a miscommunication. I'm not sure. This run is going to be tough. It was never going to be easy, but we're just making it tough for ourselves. Anyway, other honorable mentions. I mean, Rice was, I think, solid. I don't think he put a foot wrong. I think he delivered some really good set pieces for us. You know, early on, when the rest of the team was faltering, he looked to try and inspire. And, you know, it was the first time that he was able to put the captain's armband on to start the game in Odegaard's absence. And obviously, at times, we've given the armband to Ben White and Gabriel. So it was a big opportunity for Rice to show his leadership on the pitch, and I think he did do that. He tried to will us on. There was a play where he received the ball and galloped the whole way of the pitch, and he was looking aggressive. He was taking shots from outside of the box and creating something out of nothing, trying to do that where no one else would want to do. And I'm so confused with Zubimendi. I'm so confused. He started the season, and early on, we were all raving about him. I think for good reason. He was touted to be the best transfer of the season. And now, he's missing passes. Simple passes. The first goal started off because Zubimendi completely missed the pass to Ben White. And there were plenty of those situations where he would just misplace a pass. And that's his role in this team. To be the rock, to be the foundation of our deep midfield. To play that leading pass with precision, with accuracy. At times being creative, playing the balls over the top into the box. Where has that gone? It's nowhere to be found anymore. Can you blame fatigue? No. He just came off an international break where he didn't even play that much. He only played like half an hour in total combined. And yeah, sure, he just came back from a sporting game. But at this level, if you can't handle a couple of games, one in midweek and one at the end of the week, at this level, at this stage of your career, at this stage of professional football, then I'm sorry, but maybe this isn't it for you. And then Havertz was miserable as well. Not just because of the missed chance, but the inability to control the ball, missing passes, looking sluggish. I'm just lost for words right now. This football team is going to be the death of us, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a quick check of the stats, see what they say. As I'll bring it up here. Where is it? So this is the surface score. So 2-1, obviously. Alex Scott, player of the match, obviously scoring the game-winning goal. Let's see, statistics. Ball possession 53% to 47 on Norway. Expected goals, we actually had 2.41 xg. Obviously, a lot of it probably came from the penalty, but usually penalties are zero point 0.9 xg. So there was still a lot of, here and there. We had four big chances. Definitely, you're looking at the Havertz chance. You're looking at the Gyökeres late chance in the box. A couple of them too. A couple of late chances in the box for Gyökeres that fell to him, and he failed to convert. We had 15 shots, but only, what was it, 4 on target? 10 corners. Lately, our corner goals have been dried up, so I can't really rely on corners anymore. Yeah. So, really does tell the story. So yeah, and look, we'll be looking forward to the Chelsea and Man City game. Hopefully, to the heavens, Chelsea bails us out and gets a victory over City. But with their recent form, you can't really count on that. And City's looking pretty good. They've smashed past the competitions of late. So can't really rely on that. But yeah, anyway, that was a horrible, horrible match to finish off what has been a really dreadful couple of weeks of football. And at this moment, I'll take a horrible performance. Sorry, a horrible match score, but a good performance, because I think we need to see a good performance despite a result. We need a bit of inspiration from our players to instill inspiration, to instill belief in us as fans. We need to see it from the players themselves. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoy your rest of the day. I'll be enjoying a very, very angry sleep just right now, and yeah, hope you guys all have a good rest of your day wherever you are. Not the best way to finish a football match, isn't it? Alright, good night, guys.